I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is a great game. Oh, my head. What's with all the keyblades? You didn't even let me finish. Wait. Well, that went about as good as I expected. I guess there's no going back to reality now. Guess there's only one way for me to go. What to do, cool crew, and welcome back to my crib. Recently, Square pulled the biggest ankle breaker they could have possibly ever pulled. Even bigger than you-know-who's reveal.
Is that you, Lucio? You look different.
Haven't heard that name in a long while. These days they call me Zigbar, but hey, whatever suits you.
Announcing the cancellation of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link out of nowhere, knowing that our taste buds were itching to get a lick of something other than sea salt ice cream for a change. Then after letting it simmer for a little bit, they then served us a palate cleanser of screenshots to account for it.
Wow! Cake!
Kingdom Hearts fans would then seize upon the post and immediately begin dissecting it for any little bit of info that we could get out of it.
Remain calm!
Although the biggest takeaway not being anything to do with the gameplay specifically, or even how these two wonderful divas are looking. No. The biggest takeaway from all of this, that almost, if not every single fan seeing this would say, what the fuck is this old ass telephone doing here?
No, this is...
Well, I am back, and I am here to say that finally, after pondering it, I finally had figured it out. Although, admittedly, not really. It seems like I'm actually the only one that didn't pick up on what Nomura was putting down. But I greatly appreciate everyone in the community letting me know, because after I dug into it a little bit, this actually begins to make everything a lot more clearer. Nah, I'm immediately willing to shell out cash without even giving it a second thought. But hey, I'm here now, and I appreciate everyone that brought it to my attention, because now I can finally contribute my piece. But before that, let's go over what is the more or less agreed upon implication of what this phone may be. Taking it all the way back to the year of 2010, in Japan, where a man by the name of Itaru Sasaki would be found, a simple garden designer who would soon both find out and lose his family member to a terminal illness. While grieving, Sasaki would build and install a small rotary phone booth within his garden. The phone inside would not be connected to anything, no wires, no nothing, to continue to be free from any earthly connections. Sasaki would find peace in speaking with his relative over the phone, allowing him comfort and healing during his time of grief. When speaking on why he would build this entirely separate booth, he would say that no regular phone would do, that his thoughts couldn't be relayed over a regular phone line, and that he wanted them to be carried on the wind. Sasaki would give his phone booth the name of Kaze no Denwa, which translates into the wind phone, and relocated next to the town of Otsuchi. He welcomed those mourning the loss of loved ones to pay the booth a visit, hoping that by making calls to their friends and family, they would find the same connection and comfort that allowed him to heal during his grief. Word of this would spread throughout the world, and many would travel to visit this wind phone, spreading the word of healing throughout the world to this day. Even though it was not originally intended to be anything superstitious, the wind phone undoubtedly has become one of the most popular shrines to this day, infecting many aspects of the community worldwide. And now it would appear that it has worked its way into the Kingdom Hearts universe as well, as we see within the screenshots we are given a look at a specific rotary phone. At the time of seeing this, again, I was pondering what exactly could this mean, because of course they wouldn't just show a phone for no reason. Again, this is Kingdom Hearts we're talking about here. However, once we apply all that I have spoken about in this video about the origins of the wind phone, things start to become a little bit more clearer, for this phone may just be the Kingdom Hearts equivalent of the wind phone, a way of communicating with the dead. The theme of death overall seems to be something that Cage Force specifically is heavily focusing in on with the newly implemented final world, and its significance in Kingdom Hearts 3 as well as Melody of Memory, both games beginning the setup process for the new saga. Further on, when the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer dropped, Strelitzia told Sora when getting him up to speed that this is the realm of unreality. Although to Sora and herself, from the realm of Kingdom Hearts, this place acts as more of an afterworld to them. With what we know, Strelitzia clearly perished during the events of Union Cross, in which Ventus was controlled by the true darkness, leading him to take her life. And with Sora's sacrifice to bring Kairi back in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, he essentially traded a heart for a heart. In a way, this would have been how he has died as well, resulting of course with him ending up here in the afterworld. But there is actually one more thing within this post of screenshots that was given us that actually links this rotary phone to that of communicating with the dead. That is the specific positioning of the images. When looking at the images, you can see that there is a specific method in which they may have been placed. Let's use the very bottom set of images as an example. example. All the way to the left, we have the new dark side being attacked by 2 beams of light. Again, not too much going on here, but the picture is pretty straightforward. Followed by the next image being Sora standing at the underpass with a glowing ethereal area in front of him. This image would then be followed up by the HD version of our boy. Now looking at this has to be the specific sequence in which these events take place, all within the same moment of this grand attack from the dark side, or rather the resolution of it. That is what I believe the connection is. After defeating the dark side, we see then whatever this is in the underpass, and this is further backed up by the way that there is a purple glowing light on Sora's face in the following image, almost as if he's looking down where? Boom, the underpass, thus possibly confirming that this is in fact the sequence of events in which these images take place. So with that in mind, I implore you to look at these 3 images above using what I have just said, along with the wind phone and how it is used to communicate with the dead, and how the world of unreality is an afterworld to those of the Kingdom Hearts realm. What could be the connection within these 3 images? Well, again, looking at the positioning of the images, it looks like we have another sequence here. On the left, we have Strelitzia in what appears to be the loft of Quadratum, a girl who is commonly associated with death, even her very name fitting the theme, symbolizing immortality. This girl will reside in this afterworld of Quadratum. The rotary phone is the next image to be seen, aka the wind phone in the middle, and connecting it from the realm of unreality all the way to the right is King Mickey in the realm of reality, the living, and he is on a specific search in Scarlet Kylum to find out how to get in contact with this other world, the same way that the Lost Masters have used in the past, as Yen Sid has stated.
When I was still serving as a Keyblade Master, it was known that the ancient masters had crossed over into another world. I surmised that Xehanort looked more deeply into that world.
The ancient Keyblade Masters.
I mention this specifically because this would tie into the Kingdom Hearts 3 secret ending when Lucio calls all of the foretellers back at the exact same moment. This couldn't have just been a coincidence, could it? There is no way they would have been able to know the exact moment in which it was time for them to come back. The Keyblade War could have gone on any number of days longer or any number of days shorter. Any number of months, any number of years, it could have been whenever. So then Lucio would have had to have a way of communicating with them from the other side to let them know when the Keyblade War is done and that it is time for them to begin making their moves.
Did you summon us back?
Yep.
That would again link all the way back to the phone, which again I believe resides somewhere in the realm of reality as well within Scarlet Kylum, where Mickey will sooner or later stumble across it. You know who else has ties to Scarlet Kylum that may have a need for this phone? One of them I clearly just spoke of being Lucio. Of course, Lucio has been to Scarlet Kylum during his life as Bragi during Dark Road, but the other one is someone who has known about this world for quite some time. Of course, I'm talking about Xehanort. In the Kingdom Hearts 3 secret reports, when speaking of Subject X, Xehanort has never mentioned seeing anything to do with the world of Quadratum. Subject X, or Skull, as we all pretty much assume their secret identity isn't from the realm of unreality. So whatever Xehanort saw in her heart isn't from that. But again, Yen Sid confirmed Xehanort had to have known of Quadratum, meaning that he would have had to be in contact with this other world in some other form, other than Subject X, tying yet another situation in which this phone being able to connect between worlds being very important. And the next person in line to utilize this phone is our baby boy Sora, a way to connect with his friends back home. Even if it was a one-way conversation, much like Kyrie's message in a bottle from Cage 2, a voicemail in a bottle perhaps.
Thinking of you wherever you are. We pray for our sorrows to end, and hope that our hearts will blend.
Now I will step forward to realize this wish. And who knows? Starting a new journey may not be so hard. Or maybe it's already begun. There are many worlds, but they share the same sky. One sky, one destiny.
With that though, allow me to add a little bit of my own fanfiction-y thoughts here with how this phone is implemented throughout Kingdom Hearts 4 in terms of gameplay. Perhaps throughout Kingdom Hearts 4, every so often when we return to the loft, which Nomura has stated before to be the main hub of the game, we hear the phone ringing. And when we pick it up, we hear a new message each time. And each new message is left by a new and different Guardian of Light. Each message being about how Sora has saved them specifically. A message in a bottle, but not just from Kairi, from Xion, from Roxas, from Naminé, Aqua, Ven, all of them. Aqua speaking about how just hearing his name, not even knowing this boy's existence, gave her the hope that she needed to continue fighting in the darkness.
Sora.
This would be a nice emotional way to convey the feelings that Sora deserves, because again, if it wasn't for him, Aqua wouldn't have been able to make it back from the darkness. Ven wouldn't have never woken up, and the lingering will would have never been able to be put to rest. I know it would break me if I picked up the phone and heard a message from Xion about how she used to think that she didn't deserve to exist, and how Sora gave her a reason for being again.
It's all right. You can stop now. It's all right. Xion.
And now it is their turn to return the favor, each message giving Sora the hopes that he needs to keep on pushing forward, lighting the path home.
They can take your world. They can take your heart. Cut you loose from all you know. But if it's your fate, then every step forward will always be a step closer to home.
You know what? Never mind, Square. Please don't do this. My heart can't take it anymore. Regardless, with what very little info we have to go on now, this is the best answer that we as a community could bring forth to the table regarding this phone. And that's one of the greatest things about this community, how we are all able to recognize what needs the most attention, and as a collaborative effort, we come together to figure it out. But I hope this gets the gears turning again as we go back into our chambers to wait for the next bit of news and info they decide to tease us with. And until then, as always, it's been your boy Vel, and you will have a good day today. I'm not asking.